Yo, what's up? Max here. I'm sitting here with Joseph Baker, one of our sales trainers and mindset coach at Freedom Business Mentoring. And in this video, we'll be talking about how to make 5 figures as a 22-year-old, because he doesn't look like it. Well, this guy's 22 and he's banking in 5 figures. He's one of the most inspiring people that I get to hang out every day. And today we want to share that with you. So if you like learning from someone who is where you may want to be, if you like learning from someone who has one of the craziest, most advanced mindsets at a certainly young age, then this video is for you. Pay attention, let's get started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
So today we're sitting here at one of our vacation houses. We're gonna throw a party later on with the team, and I thought we'll take this opportunity to sit down with you and just share a little bit of your mindset and how you made it, how you became Joseph Baker. And so I want to ask you right off the bat, what was your starting point? Like, what was the beginning of your journey?
Yeah, of course, I really appreciate the nice introduction. Yeah, how I started out. I mean, I will start with high school, when I finished high school. So basically, I had no real idea what I want to do. I knew that the normal way is not really for me, so I decided, okay, what can I do? I always kind of like people, and I like coaching as well, so like working with people and coaching, and that's why I thought, okay, I have a skill. It's a tennis playing. Yeah, I was playing pretty good at that time.
Yeah, you were like a tennis coach for like fairly rich people or something like that, right?
Exactly.
And you did all that in Germany?
Yeah, I did all that in Germany, exactly. I was raised in Germany, born in Germany, and lived there my whole life until I came to Kiev. And then, basically when I was a tennis coach, I already saw, okay, like when I was playing tennis myself at a pretty young age. And then I already saw that when you earn more money, when you have more, you just have more freedom. Yeah, because back then I didn't really have the freedom to get the best coaches, to be able to travel wherever you want, to play the best tournaments and all these kind of things. And that's why basically I started with 18 to work as a tennis coach and to earn a little bit more money. And that's basically how I started out after high school. Then basically I did it for 1 year, and then I sit there and I realized, okay, what can I do now? Then basically, because of the environment, I just said, so let's go studying something.
Yeah.
And
just study something.
Yeah, study something.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Sorry to interrupt you there, but that was a similar situation to mine, and I see that with many friends. You started that in Germany before you came to Kiev to work in our team, and I started back then in Austria, and it's the same mindset here. People don't lift off like this airplane right now, trying to go to the top. People try to stay at the airport, go study something. You got to study something. Like I remember discussions with my parents when I also finished high school, and it's like, what's next? And they're like, well, of course, now study. And I'm like, but what should I study? Well, something, and it's not really like, I feel like it kind of teaches you to not operate outside the box. It just teaches you box thinking, inside the box thinking, like, oh, everybody else goes to university, so now you go too. Yeah. And there was never, this is something that was always lacking for me, and it sounds like it was lacking for you as well. This like, what do you want to do? What is it that you want to do? And now backwards engineer it. Yeah. Because if someone had asked me when I was younger, what is it that you want to do? I would have said, I want to make tons of money. I want to be free. I want to be cool. I want to throw cool parties and know a lot of cool people, right? But nobody ever asked me that. Yeah. So I said, what should I do, mom and dad? And they said, well, do what everybody else does. Go to school and get a crappy job.
Yeah, exactly. So I started to go to university, and then basically study English and sports. That's pretty similar to your story. Yeah. Because I was already actually interested in business, but everybody was studying business at that time. So I thought, like I see all these people graduating and then either way go into the normal job, and I don't want that. So I know that in the business school I will not learn business either way. Yeah. So I thought, let's just make something on the side, make some money, try figure something out, and then just do your studies, then have something safe, like being a teacher. And that's basically why I started.
Interesting. So flash forward, you came to Kiev to work with us, and what exactly is it that you're doing now in our company?
Yeah, what I'm now, I'm a sales and mindset coach. Yeah, so what I do is I coach our clients, yeah, for the mindset and for sales, which obviously are really important.
Hell of important topics, yeah.
And obviously I also sell for Freedom Business Mentoring as well.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's what I want to ask you. So you've worked in my first company as well, the dating advice company, and how much did you generate so far for these two companies? Do you know how much roughly?
Yeah, it should be a little under 2 million, maybe 1.5, something like that.
Insane. So again, like this is the kind of mindset that can help you generate $2 million dollars or euros in this sense. That's really crazy. So here's my question: when we looked at point A where you were in the beginning, we look at point B where you are right now. What made you start? What made you come here?
Yeah. So basically, after my third semester, I realized that I was going. It was one moment where went from the tennis coaching home, by train, and I realized, no, this is not the life I want to live. I really realized this is not what I want to do. I'm kind of comfortable. I was always grateful that I could work in a job that pays like for 18, 19-year-old pays pretty well. But I was not happy. I was not satisfied. So I said, you know what, I have to change something. So what I did is I obviously Googled how to make money online, and how to be free, because that's always what I wanted. And then I stumbled upon some internet marketing, online marketing stuff, started to get into this, and that's basically how it started. And then I remember I did one course, and I fully immersed into it, because my plan was I finished third semester, and then I had 2-3 months until the next semester starts, and I wanted to quit university and tell this to my parents, but not just be there with no plan B.
Most people always burn the bridges. You know how you say burn the bridges, and they always burn all the bridges without having a plan. And they're like, I quit everything. What do I do now? Well, you should have a plan first.
Exactly. And that's also what we tell by our clients always. Obviously, you can quit your job, but first make money. Make it for a couple of months, and then you can quit your job, and then it's just a better option. I
love that. Actually, I think one client that you coached specifically and that you onboarded, he was one of our first clients that was able to quit his job. And I'll never forget that first post from him, how he was sitting on the beach. Maybe we can B-roll it, overlay it here if we find that footage. He was sitting on the beach, and he's like, I just want to tell you that I just quit my job, and I'm sitting here. It was like a Tuesday or something, and you could see he's so happy, man. And again, like if you're watching this, like you don't necessarily need to burn the bridges first, okay? Most of our clients, they start getting on board with Freedom Business Mentoring while they're still having their regular 9-to-5 job. And then as they're starting making more and more money, once they reach around the 10K a month, the 10K a month milestone, that's where they say, all right, I'm making 10,000 a month now from my business. Now I can quit my job because it's giving me more money and more freedom and stuff like that. So you don't need to necessarily burn the bridges first if you can walk through a system that is simple enough to help you execute while you still have a job. And I love that you said you were sitting on the train, because I always associate trains and buses with this like mediocrity. It's just like, here I am in the train, and the train, it sounds super arrogant. Think about me whatever you want. I read the hate comments, all right. Like I'm always like, the train has to stop for other people. This sucks, I just want to go from A to B, but the bus and the train, it really is like that. You're sitting there, and sometimes you're standing there, and everybody's sweating, and you're like, God damn it, man. Would you agree that you had a disgust for mediocrity?
Yeah, definitely. I always, because the thing is like. What you have to understand is that my parents came to Germany with nothing.
Where did they come from?
So they came from the Soviet Union. So they basically studied here, and then they went to Germany with no German skills, with nothing. And then we basically grew up in like complete average, maybe a little bit below average. So, and then I was playing tennis, and they always did everything for me. So I really appreciate that. And then I was playing tennis, and I was around a lot of people that actually made good money, and I saw like, dude, these people living amazing life. Like I also want to live this kind of life. And that's basically, and obviously like when you go to train there, the other people are coming with the Benz and stuff like that. You just, or you're able to travel. Like the whole vacation, you can do basically not really cool things. And you can go to restaurants, with your family to the best ones, stuff like that, and just stuff like that. And I thought, why can I have that as well?
Why not? I love that. This is like, why not? And So important to notice here. So now you're banking in multiple 5 figures a month as part of our team. Now you didn't start as that. We do need to clarify that you didn't, because sometimes I get people who are like, I want to become a salesperson for you, or like, I'm applying for the management position. I'm like, who the hell are you? I don't even know. And it's really important to mention here that you didn't start at that top position that you have.
Yeah.
How about you tell our viewer here, how did you start in our company?
Yeah, I basically, little background story, by the way. When I knew I'm in, basically Nikita told me, hey, you can come to Kiev, you're in, you know, and then he said, yeah, when can you be here? At the same time I looked flights, and I thought,
while you were on the call with him.
When I'm on the call, and I see, okay, next flight is tomorrow, and I'm like, yo, gonna be there tomorrow. I still had an apartment, that I had to pay for. I still had a job.
Yeah.
I still had. I didn't tell my parents at all about anything. I just told like my closest friend that I even applied.
Wow.
So yeah, but I still said, you know what, I'm gonna be there tomorrow, and then made everything happen. And by the way, just as a little side note, when I was the same day I went to my parents' place, because a lot of people, they kind of they always mention that also in the mindset calls, that, you know, yeah, my parents are not really for it, and what should I do? They don't support me. My friends don't support me. Guess what? My friends and family also didn't support me that much in the beginning. Obviously, like, my mother understood it. Yeah, I remember back then when I was sitting at the kitchen table, and I told my mom, hey, I'm gonna go to Kiev, and my father just passed by and he's like, what, you're going to Kiel? You know, it's like a different city in Germany. You know?
Oh, Kiel! Kiel.
And he's like,
why are you going so far away?
What do you do there? I'm like, no, I'm going to Kiev. And he's like completely pissed, just left the kitchen, you know. And I'm like, okay, but then, you know, I just thought, I just basically told also my mom a couple times, but I told my mom a couple times that this is what I want to do. I know this is going to work. Yeah, I made the decision that this is going to be my path. I know this is going to work 100%. And yeah, that's basically how I came here. And then in which position I started lowest position. And really fast, like I didn't know what I'm going to do. But when I did my first call, I realized, okay, this stuff is amazing. And I also knew, okay, I burned my bridges now, so I better put in 110% right now and do everything in my power to get better every single day and to grow.
And that's crazy. And so from my perspective, it was like this. You came, I think you were amongst the first people in my team. And we had a small team back then. It was literally a little over a year ago. We were literally 3 guys. We were hustling our asses off. It was Nikita was there already, our current sales and strategy head coach. And then you came with like the second batch of new team members that we needed, because we literally expanded so fast. And then you came there and you started at the lowest position, where you literally just execute one task. You know, you had a script, and we always do that because we put it like this: if you cannot execute the simplest task properly, we're not going to give you better tasks. And this is throughout whatever position, your expertise is in our company. You're starting with very, very little responsibility, because I never forget that I had an assistant in my first company, the dating advice company, 4 or 5 years ago. He always came to me and he said, give me better tasks. Give me, like, I'm here, I'm so smart, I can do all these tasks, give me more responsibility. And I would always give him simple tasks, and he would always mess them up. Very sad. Cool dude, super good friend of mine still, but he would always mess up the simplest tasks, and he would get worse at these tasks, because obviously he also lost motivation, because he's like, I want to do the bigger, more important tasks. Why are you giving me the menial tasks? And I'm like, I'm giving you the menial tasks because show me that I can give you better tasks. Show me that I can trust you, that you'll execute. And you can't even execute the more simple tasks, so of course I'm not going to give you the bigger tasks. And then you, on the other hand, we gave you the simplest tasks. And I remember always, you know, Nikita and I would talk every night about the performance of the team, and he would always say, you know, this Joseph guy was doing well, this Joseph guy. And not only would you execute everything well, but you also helped others, you pulled the others up to your level. Because this is a thing, it's great if you step up on a higher level, and that's, you know, 50%, but the other 50% is to be able to operate in such a way that you pull the others to your level as well. Robert Greene talks a lot about that, and you were always motivated, you helped others out, and you also you were able, this is the crazy thing, I want to mention that as well, you were able to, number one, become a little bit of a role model for the others, but on the same side, and this is what I see almost everybody lacking, on the same side, you were able to take to take a lot of feedback from us.
Yeah.
So, and this is key because, you know, you see me here, this is like my channel, and I'm baller, and I'm teaching our clients, and I can be very, very rough and, you know, super straightforward, and very, very, like, I always give them very honest, straightforward feedback, my clients. But at the same time, with something that you don't get to see is like how I turn into a little with my mentors. Like, they're yelling at me and they're like, you're doing stuff wrong. And sometimes I come from like a great coaching session with some of my VIP clients, and they look all up to me, and I'm like the king. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like the little worm, because my mentors are like, this is wrong. And this is something that I've noticed in Nikita as well, which is why he's now in this position that he is, and why you're in this position is you got to be able to take feedback. You got to be able to swallow your pride, let go of your ego, and just be like, you know what, I am going to take the beating now, and I will see that as good feedback and implement better things.
Yeah.
So then the crazy thing is too, like, the lower position that you started was very, very low paid. Yeah. By all means, not 5 figures a month, multiple 5 figures as you're making now. It was more very, very low paid. And it always reminded me of when I started back then with RSD. I didn't get paid for a whole year. I was literally hustling my ass off for an entire year completely unpaid. Yeah. But I felt rich. I felt rich because I had so much learning. Even if for whatever reason, I would never get hired for a paid position, I knew I would come back to Austria, broke maybe in my wallet, in my bank account, but I would learn so many things. I would learn so many things, how to make more money. And you know, back then, the last month of no paid, I had $36,000 in debt as a 22 or 23 year old. And then I started getting paid, and because I soaked up so much knowledge, I got paid all of a sudden very, very well. And I think the year after that, I cracked my first million. It can go very, very fast if you just realize that, okay, you might, when you're starting out, you might get lower pay, but you'll get more. And to kind of connect that to our clients, we teach them how to make money. Right? We teach them, okay, how to create an online business as an online coach, online service provider from zero, with zero business experience. And in the beginning, you also got to take a lot of hits. You also got to be willing to learn from us, from you, from me, from Nikita, swallow your ego pride, execute the right steps, and allow yourself to see the truth and not be romantic about things. And then you start making money. And, you know, many of our clients are making 4 to 5 figures a month now, free, being happy, doing what they love, without having to, you know, slave away at some dumb job, you know. And at the end of the day, you always got to realize, like, what we try to say with this video here is, have a disgust for mediocrity. Don't accept the status quo. Don't accept what maybe your parents, your family, your friends, your university tells you is good. Think outside the box and really realize what it is that you want to do. And I knew for me, it was one of two things. It was either do your own thing, become your own boss, or if you're gonna work in a company, work at least in an epic goddamn team surrounded by A players, where you can learn, where you can soak up, where you can build something, where you can watch the thing that you're working on together grow, where you can give value back to the clients that you're helping out, etc. Be in my position, I'm an entrepreneur, but at the same time, I show up at the office because I love working with you guys. I love being there, soaking up the energy. And I'm like, even if I wouldn't be the face of the company, even if I wouldn't be the entrepreneur of our company here, I would goddamn be happy if I work there. Because I mean, all of, like, again, like, we're chilling here, we're gonna have a pool party, everybody's going to the gym, everybody's reading, everybody's talking about business all the time, man. All the time. And it's crazy. Like, I see this guy on WhatsApp. I see you when you go online and offline, you know, last seen online. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning often. And you're one of the first people, if not the first person in the morning at the office. You're amongst the last people, you and Nikita, to leave the office. And it's so inspiring because for us, it's just this culture of, like, nobody goes home at the end of the day. No, like, when the official working time is over, nobody goes home. It's weird if you see somebody going home, like, are you okay? Are you sick? You know? No, it's just in our culture. And that is really great. That is really, really great. And I want to talk a little bit about humility, because that's something I noticed for you. You're there, you're generating so much goddamn money for the company. I never see you brag about it. I always see you work super hard. I always see you leaving so late, and you never talk about it. Because some people are like, I left yesterday. You never talk about that. You just do it. What is your mindset behind that?
Because I grew up with a lot of people who said a lot of things always, and my mom teach me that really, really early, that, you know, like always put in the work, put in the action, don't talk so much about it, because again, like people don't like people who talk a lot about it but don't take action, so that's why my mindset behind it is just, I know that if I take action, I surround myself with the right people, I take the right advice, and I just take massive amounts of action over and over again, I'm gonna get to my goal. That's simple.
Epic. That's really, really cool. Like again, like it's always this weird two-sided sword or whatever you call it. It's like two sides of a coin. Like on one hand, you see him like being boss and doing all these cool things and have a really strong mindset. And on the other hand, you have that humility that always allows you to grow more, learn more. And on a side note here, many people approach me or DM me and they say, hey, do you have positions in your team open? And I always say yes. We always have positions in our team open. We're gonna add a little link here, freedombusinessmentoring.com/career. That's where you always see all open positions open. There's people bringing alcohol and whatnot, that's cool. There's always the positions that are, you can always see the positions that are open there and how exactly you can apply. Again, link down in the description below. And another thing that I wanted to mention here is a concept that I'm not sure if I heard it somebody say or if I came up with it. It's side with the sharks. Always side with the sharks. And what do I mean by that? Sharks are people that you look them in the eye and you know, like, this mother, he wants it. He wants a lot for his life and he's not gonna give up. You see that in somebody's eyes. Some people are like, you know, yo, I'm happy, you know, they're Eckhart Tolle. That's fine. That's hell yeah, I tip my fedora, more respect to you. If you're happy with what you have, that's fantastic. That's absolutely amazing. Some people you see, you look them in their eyes and they say, I want it. A good friend of mine, Kevin, he always said, I don't want to have a house and a car. I want to have a villa and a boat. Things like that. And our business mentors and business partners, the Baulig brothers, that are dominating the German market right now, these are sharks. And I knew that. And when I got on board with them, when they offered me to mentor me, I saw that same burning in the eyes of Marcus as I talked to him. He's like, that's what we do. And they were way smaller than they are right now. That was literally a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, they were like, we got into their mentoring for such a lower price. We got so much attention by them for such a lower price that I'm like seeing that now where they completely blew up. I'm like, always side with the sharks. Know who's getting ready to give more and to grow and explode and become part of them. Right? I have that with many friends in my social circle. Sometimes they get on my nerves, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, these sharks, I'll always be with them because they're going to make it big, right? And I always try to get in early with the sharks before it's too late. Because as they blow up, everybody wants to be part of them. You know, everybody wants to be part with the 8-figure income guy, etc. Right? And get on board with them before they make 8 figures, because then they'll always remember you, right? Side with the sharks. And one question for you: where are your old friends now? Old school friends and stuff like that. What are they doing now?
Just one little side note to these side with the sharks, because I always ask people, like, my whole life, like when I saw somebody who's successful, I always ask them, hey, what do you do? How did you start? How did you get successful? And all these kind of things. And then, because I always wanted to be around those people. And then when I saw this opportunity here, I grabbed it right away. And then also again, when I was, just a little bit example, I was in Germany, and Marcus Baulig, just one of our business mentors, he just DM'd me like, hey, you want to come to Koblenz, which is the city where he's from? And I replied, when? He's like, this weekend. Boom, 2 minutes later, I sent him here, train, I booked it, I'm gonna be there this weekend. And just being able to do that, really like to take these decisions, to surround yourself with people that are successful is so important, and then really to take the action. So it's a really, really big one. And then before that, obviously, when I came to Kiev, I was surrounded by the sharks, by you and by Nikita, where I learned so much. I really just soaked everything up, and again, executed like crazy.
That's a cool thing, you know, like people in our team, I feel like it's so much fun to mentor them. You know, everybody that comes to our team, you know, you mentor them, you mentor the newer guys, I mentored you, Nikita is mentoring me, I mentor him, back and forth. And it's so cool because I love being part of this team, because I know that whenever I say something of value, whenever I give advice, it's never just gonna fizzle out in oblivion. I see that person executing it, and whenever like I get advice from some of you or Nikita or whoever, I also execute that. It's so nice to see that it's not just empty advice. No, it's being executed right away. You see it the next day getting better, and that's just this environment is. I'm just really beyond grateful, and it sounds so utopian, but I have this little evening routine, I lower the window shades and I sit there in darkness, and it's almost like this meditative state, and I just go through my mind, what am I grateful for, And when I was younger, when I started out, the only thing I was grateful for was just me. I'm grateful that I can hustle because I had nothing else. Yeah. I'm grateful that I can hustle, that my parents don't disavow me because I'm trying to live the life of my dreams, and I didn't have anything back then. And nowadays I'm always great, and literally, this is no joke, literally every day I thank for this team. For everybody, for people behind the camera, for you guys, for Nikita, for everybody in the team. And I'm so grateful for being in this team. I'm so grateful for my mentors who yell at me, who call me stupid sometimes, but sometimes they say nice things to me, and I'm so grateful for that too. And I'm grateful for my business. And honestly, this sounds even weirder, I'm grateful for the money. Because that's the money that allows me to be free. That's the money that allows me to share great experiences with my brothers and sisters, with my friends. We can do cool parties here. That's money, yo. Money is nothing bad. Wanting money, wanting to make 5 figures a month at the age of 22, like Joseph here, that's not a bad thing. And I'm also incredibly grateful for health, my family, my loved ones, and my clients. This is something I realized: without our clients, you wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here, nobody would be here. This channel wouldn't exist. And if you think about doing online coaching, online service providing, get in that headspace of being grateful for your clients, because they enable you all that, and you give that value back, and you can give them whatever they need in order to succeed in whatever niche it is. And that's really, really something amazing. But I digress. To get back to your friends, so your old friends, what are they doing now compared to you?
Can I add one thing?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because with the money thing, we get some people on the calls that they want to do self-improvement, they want to change people's life, they want to release trauma for these people, or to help them to get rid of.
So they want to become an online coach and help their clients to release trauma and stuff.
Exactly. And then when we say, hey, you know what, like, start now, let's do it. And then they kind of say, hey, I don't know, I don't really feel like it so far. And then we always say, like, it's not about you. It's about those clients that you can help, those people that don't receive your help. This skill that you have, this gift, and you don't put it out there, and that is actually selfish. Not making money is selfish. Not providing the value for those people is selfish. And that's why if you have already a skill, then even more you have to take action and actually get out there and charge money, because that's how the client's going to obviously execute.
Exactly. The thing is, nobody, and we always digress, nobody is going to execute from free stuff. I know that because, this video is going to get a couple thousand views. I know that out of these couple thousand people, 99.9% are not going to execute. 99.9% are going to exit out of this video and watch some other video. And that was great. When I'm ready, the mindset. No. If we would charge $3,000 for you to watch this video, you goddamn be sure to execute. It's called monetary leverage. If you have leverage, you're gonna execute. But anyways, so what are your friends doing now? Do you have successful friends from the old times?
Actually I have friends that I surrounded myself with right before I left Kiev. So I have
left to Kiev,
exactly. Because these people are actually successful because they're also with the Baltics.
Because they were getting mentored by our mentors.
Our mentors, because I just kept talking about them right when I came here. Like, dude, these guys are the shit. Go to them, get mentored by them, and these people are really successful. One guy even makes 6 figures a month right now.
Wow.
And really like my old friends from school, that I don't have that much contact with anymore, to be honest. I obviously see them, some of them graduate, some of them, I don't know, they
got their bachelors.
They get their bachelors or whatever. I obviously, I don't want to talk bad about them, but I just know that they want to have more, but they just don't take a risk.
It's the same for my older friends. When I studied Latin and English and Attic Greek at the university, because I wanted to become a high school teacher. And it's crazy because I I broke up with, I dropped out of college, started building my first business, dating advice business, and started building my second business. And I still follow my older friends on Facebook, and I see them graduate now, and they're like, Bachelor of Ding Dong, you know, and I'm like, and now they're teaching kids in high school, and it's great if that's their dream. I really hope they're all happy, and I would see that, and I would imagine myself having that, and I would be like, oh, that would suck. If I would have to teach these kids now, no way, dude. Oh, okay, so I'm happy to be in the position that I'm in, and I'm happy to be surrounded by people like you, etc. So I kind of to slowly be starting wrapping that up. I've heard that many times. I think you have heard that too, the law of 33%. What does that law of 33% mean? It means 33% of the people that you hang out with should be below you on your journey. These should be people that may look up to you, that you can teach, right? In your case, these are our clients. You help them get their mindset on point to sell more, make more money, get their online coaching. You can go ahead. Online coaching, online service providing businesses on point, start making money, right? These are people that you teach. And by teaching them, by reiterating what you've learned through experience and from your mentors, you get better at that. The other 33%, those are people that are with you. You know, those are people in our company. Those are the brothers and sisters who are hustling here. We every week we're sitting together at the meetings. We vibe, we have a good time, and we learn and we push each other, right? I notice that myself. And 33% of the people that you hang out with are people that are above you, your mentors, people that are exactly where you want to be. You know, for our clients, that's us. For us, that's our mentors. And never get into that headspace of, oh, I'll get the mentors and I'll step up and then I'm done. No. You're never going to be done. Because people ask me like, why do you have mentors, Max? Well, because I want to get better and I'll have mentors until the very day I die. It is that simple. I want to continuously learn. And the crazy thing is too, to slowly start wrapping that up, any money that you spend on a mentor always comes back 3x, 5x, 10x.
Even more.
Like the amount of money, like literally before I started this video, I got a bank transfer confirmation in of 90,000 euros for our mentors. I happily pay 90,000 euros for 1 month to our mentors because the money comes back. It's free money. It's like imagine a vending machine, and instead of putting in $1 and you get out a Snickers bar, you put in 90,000 euros and you get 900,000 back. You're like, oh, that's just free. It's printing money for me. The more money I throw in there, the more money I get back. And do you have anything else to say?
Apart from that, like why I left university was especially because of that, because I saw the people slowly but steadily dying. I was sitting in the classroom. I was surrounding myself with those people, and I just realized like these people are not sharks. These people are not the people that I want to be with. And that's why I decided, you know what? Either I'm gonna get a mentor now, and I'm gonna change my life, and I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna be actually going there and working there, and also surround myself with those people, because again, like, you only have this one life. I mean, it's not that you're just gonna do the studies and you're gonna do that. Like the time is never perfect. You're never gonna be perfectly ready. I never felt ready. Never felt ready to do this video. Never felt ready to come to Kiev. But you still have to do it. Over and over again.
Epic, man. Epic. Nothing more for me to add. So, when you say you're ready to fully get started as an online coach, online service provider, online freelancer, and you want this guy, me, the entire team helping you get there, I got something pretty cool for you, because you can literally jump on a free consultation call, either with me personally or with him or with Nikita or with someone from our team, and we help you get started, okay? So if you have a skill that you're good at and you don't know how to monetize it, give us a call, all right? If you're already making money with a skill, but you want to make it big, you want to scale it up, give us a call. But also, if you know you want freedom as an online coach, you want to make your own money being your own boss, but you don't know quite yet what it is that you can offer, give us a call nonetheless, because Joseph, I, Nikita, everybody, we can analyze your strengths and we can equip you on that free consultation call with the exact step-by-step plan that you need to execute in order to get there. Right? How to do that, there's a link in the description for that as well. Click that link in the description, it brings you to a page. Read what's on that page, okay? Because it's really important information. And then at the bottom of that page, you fill out the quick application. You can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Again, call is entirely for free. There's no like international fees or whatsoever. And we'll get you started. Now, this video has been a complete waste of your time unless you take action. Don't be amongst the 99% of people that X out of that video and just say, when I'm ready, derp, derp. No, you'll never be ready. Joseph wasn't ready coming here. I certainly wasn't ready doing all the things that I've achieved so far, and I'm never ready for anything else that I will achieve. Take action. Maybe talk to you very, very soon. Joseph, thank you so much, man. I'm so happy that you're in my team, man. And let's go crush it. GG.